Hello students, welcome to today's tutorial on planning and developing of site for solid waste management, where we'll be highlighting on majorly about leachate and its issues. So the table of contents will include what is leachate, what is the composition of leachate in landfill, how does the movement of leachate happen within a landfill, the leachate collection systems which should be in place, and leachate management options. So coming to what is leachate, as we have discussed earlier, leachate is the liquid that is generated within the landfill. That is because of decomposition of organic matter present there. And that is basically because of infiltration of water. So basically rainwater, when it enters into the landfill, natural decomposition of organic waste also generates leachate. Apart from that, this water which enters the landfill, that also creates a lot of this leachate. And management of this leachate is also a very important task because it has lot of contaminants within it. Apart from BOD, COD, etc., it has got even a lot of heavy metals, and if not managed properly, it can lead to environmental pollution. So that is why this is considered as a toxic soup. Okay, it is considered as toxic soup whose management is very, very important. So it can lead to pollution, as I told you, and groundwater of Erode city of Tamil Nadu is unfit for drinking as per the reports, and it causes gastrointestinal problems in humans. So if this water is drunk by people, then definitely it can lead to lot of gastrointestinal problems in human beings as per WHO report, okay, World Health Organization report. So if we know that segregation is the major task for solid waste management, and if segregation is not done properly and if all of this enters the landfill, imagine if there are waste like e-waste, if there are biomedical waste, and all of this enters the landfill, then you can imagine the situation what is going to happen. The leachate which is generated there will have lead, arsenic, cadmium, it will have toxic substances, it will have or microorganisms, it will have a lot of things within that, and it can lead to a lot of pollution. Okay, it can lead to environmental pollution. Apart from that, it can lead to risk for humans. Okay, human kidneys and lungs are under threat. Okay, so that is because of the groundwater pollution that is created there. Apart from that, there are reports which even tell that the landfill leachate which is generated, it can cause skin and eye irritation if not treated properly. Okay, so that is how you have to take care about this particular leachate and see to it that you manage it properly. So that is the major task which we have to follow. So this is something similar to what we have seen in a landfill design. So you can see their top arrow which tells precipitation. So once there is a lot of rainfall which is happening, then the percolation is going to increase within the landfill. And that is how your percolation rate, once it is high, a lot of leachate is generated. You can see the collection pipe system there for leachate. So that is how your infiltration is leading to a lot of leachate generation. And that is why we have to think about landfill leachate management, like how to control this leachate and how to treat this leachate. So if you try to control the formation of leachate, that will be the best option because the treatment options are energy intensive. You need a lot of money as well as energy for managing leachate. So if you try to prevent the entry of this water itself within the landfill, then definitely the leachate problems can be reduced. Okay, so that will be the first preference. So coming to the leachate composition, a small highlight has been given here about the leachate composition. You can see, have a look at it, various components present in the leachate like BOD, COD, you have organic nitrogen, ammonia nitrogen, you have calcium, hardness, magnesium. So these are the major components of leachate. So you can see the typical range of those components within the leachate, and one range tells you in a new landfill what will be the particular range and what is the range of those components when your leachate is your landfill is mature. That means it has the landfill has been used for more than 10 years, and then what will be the composition, because definitely most of it will be anaerobically decomposed within those years, and that is how your BOD and other component value will decrease. But if it is a new landfill, it is highly organic because BOD is present there, organic material is present, then in that case your BOD values will be very high. So based on the composition analysis, we can just find out the age of the landfill. Okay, like for how many years the landfill is already used, that idea we can get from this particular table. So most of the units are in mg per liter except for pH. So coming to the movement of leachate, so you should have an idea how a leachate moves within the landfill. So it follows the Darcy's law. Okay, so that Darcy's law is given by Q is equal to minus Ka dH by dL. Okay, so K, where K is the coefficient of permeability, and it is approximately found out to be 1333 feet per day. Okay, so that is the rate of the coefficient of permeability. So for uniform coarse sand, if that material within the land, so we have seen the importance of siting considerations, right, where we have to see to it that the soil is of clay type. So that is the importance here. So if your sand type of material is there in that particular land, then the coefficient of permeability is going to be 133 feet per day. That is very much, okay, the high coefficient of permeability. But if it is colloidal clay, you can just have a look at it. The same land, if it is a colloidal clay, then it is 0.00003 feet per day. So your permeation rate is going to be very low. So that is the importance of siting considerations. When you select the site for landfilling, all this has to be taken into consideration. Okay, so that minus, we saw the formula Q is equal to minus KADH by DL. So the terms have been highlighted there. Just have a look at it. Q is nothing but leachate discharge per unit time in gallons per year. K is the coefficient of permeability. A is the cross-sectional area through which the leachate flows. DH by DL is the hydraulic gradient. H is the head loss and L is the length of flow path. So these are the important things we have to take into consideration, and that follows Darcy's law. Okay, so that is how the movement of leachate within the landfill is explained. So coming to leachate collection systems, we know inside we have the piping systems for collection of leachate. So once you collect this leachate from the landfill, you have to have a proper management plan. So how will you manage this particular leachate? So that has to be taken into consideration. So layout and designing of leachate and how the pipe should be arranged within the landfill, all that has to be taken into consideration. So finally, the management options, we have various options. So one is recycling, where you try to recycle the leachate within the landfill. That is to increase the rate of organic loading. So once you increase the loading, your organisms will have more food, they will be happy, and they will do their job of anaerobic decomposition. So that is why recycling is done to some extent. Then we have evaporation methods, where directly the leachate which is generated is evaporated so that the water content present in it is removed, and then you get a sludge kind of material which can be landfilled. So that is one option which they have, evaporation technique. And the most recent technique that they have is integrated leachate management system. So in this case, the leachate is introduced into the stabilization tank. So the importance of stabilization tank is to make the composition is almost uniform, so that the next units which are in place will not have a stress. So the uniform concentration is maintained within the stabilization tank, and once the concentration of the components are uniform, then only it is entering the nitrification and denitrification system. So this is the treatment option, where continuous nitrification and denitrification is going to reduce the concentration of various components present in the leachate. So within the nitrification and denitrification system, a lot of sludge is generated, and that can be dewatered, and that can be used in the incinerator for burning, or it can be filled in the landfill. So various options can be tried out. And then once the nitrification, denitrification is done, the supernatant from that system is sent to ultrafiltration. So these ultrafiltration and nanofiltration which are given there, these are membrane technologies. So these are used to get ultra pure water. So once you use these membrane technologies, you get ultra pure water. You can use that water for various purposes. You can use it for gardening, you can use it for toilet flushing, you can use it for application within the landfill area itself. So that is how you have the ultra pure water which is generated, which can be discharged or which can be utilized for various purposes. So that is how this leachate is managed. So these are the various leachate treatment options or management options that are available. So that is what we have highlighted today. So what is leachate? What are the toxicity produced by this leachate? How the leachate is generated? How to manage this particular leachate? How to collect it and manage it, basically. Okay, so that is how leachate is one important issue in a landfill, and how to manage it we have just highlighted in this particular session. So this is one book which gives you a highlight on pollution control technology for leachate from municipal solid waste. So if you get a chance, please try to read this book. So this is very, very useful, which gives you a highlight about various topics like leachate. It gives you a highlight on various physical, chemical and biological treatment steps for municipal solid waste. So various topics are highlighted within this book. You can, if you get a chance, you can please read this book for more information on management of leachate for municipal solid waste. Thank you for watching, guys. Do subscribe the channel for more updates.